mates, Michigamer here, and thank you for checking back into I Feel Terrible for the Decisions That I've Made game, Scarlet Hollow. So the second chapter has come out. You may or may not remember, but the last one, actually, you can go check it out. But the thing that I feel most bad about is that what's her name's dog ended up dying, and I felt so terrible. But we're going to, if you would like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. We're going to start with episode 2. It has taken all of me not to go back and just be like, screw that old man, I need to save this dog. But you know what, it's fine. I made my decision. Past me made a decision. I'm going to live with it. So you open your eyes. The sun is risen, the birds are singing. You are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window in the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there, right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. Also, I hated that I came back here, because I was worried the cousin would be upset, and I should have just stayed with Stella! That's her name! Or was that the dog's name? In either case, I should have stayed with the girl to try and comfort her or whatever. A familiar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember the sight of pale faces jeering at you as they carry Gretchen's poor little body into the underbrush. Okay, so her name was Stella. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. I'll try texting Stella, make sure she's okay. It's probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. You can't imagine she's holding up very well. Send a picture of a tired cat you found on the internet. Cats always make things better, I guess. I'll just send this though. It might take her a minute to get back to you. In the meantime, put your clothes in the dresser. You never wound up putting your clothes away yesterday. Might as well get that out of the way before you start the day. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. And possum lurks within. It is quiet but angry. I don't know how you pronounce that. Offer your boiled peanuts. Do you want the boiled peanuts? You head out your still dripping bat of boiled peanuts. The opossum hisses in disgust, stiffens and begins to drool, feigning death. You close the drawer. You might as well leave it be. You open the top drawer next. It's empty. It's as good a place as you'll find to put your clothes. I feel like I've been offering everybody these boiled peanuts and no one wants to take them. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd have been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. I think Explorer doesn't move the game forward, right? Oh, that's great. After what you went through last night, the last thing you needed this morning was waking up to find that doll in your closet. That seems haunted. I'm gonna leave it there. Some things are best left untouched. You close the closet behind you. You creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Alright, let's go ahead and head out. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you finish waking up. I think not. I'm not doing anything by myself in this place. Get dressed and head down to the kitchen. Time to start your day. You're back in the kitchen. Frou-Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet you? I guess we can try asking her. She likes scratches. Part of you hopes that flattery might win her over, as silly as that may seem. You are, after all, talking to a cat. Frou-Frou merely flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey. You sure took your time getting up. It's like 8 a.m. Yeah, it really is early. It's like 8 a.m. Is that late? It's late for someone who was supposed to be at work half an hour ago. Like me. I wanted to make sure I relayed this message in person in case you decided to ignore my texts again. I don't want any repeats of last night. From now on, no running around in the woods after dark. It's dangerous out there. You could fall down a cliff. You could get stuck in a hidden cave somewhere. You could get lost in the woods and never be found. Just because nothing happens here doesn't mean it's safe. And just because Stella spends a lot of time in the woods, it doesn't mean she'll keep you out of trouble. I want you to be home by sunset from here on out. What? What is up with you and Stella? We just have a history, that's all. I don't need to explain myself to you. Can I hang out with you today? I don't want to be by myself. She's just gonna be like, I gotta work. Blah. At the mines? No. Oh. Well, she didn't say well, isn't that kind of like I gotta work? I'm sorry about last night, but what you're doing is unsettling. Yeah, don't worry about needing commitment. Stay put, sure, whatever. Did I tell her about what happened last night? I don't even remember. I don't know what to say. I guess I don't even know if I told her about what happened last night, though. I guess. Let's see if I did. You're not listening to me. What I saw last night was real, and we have footage of it. Mentioned Sybil and ditchlings? I don't remember Sybil, but I know the ditchlings were the things. Sybil said they were real too. She called them ditchlings and said that they were a threat to the whole town. I'm gonna stop you right now. You met Sybil? Of course that nosy old crone would make a point of meeting any new person who wandered into town. I wouldn't pay her too much mind. She'll talk your ear off about the healing properties of crystals or the magical essences of oregano or whatever. She and Stella are both a little kooky, if you ask me. Ditchlings. Sure sounds like some old-timey Appalachian stuff, all right. I'm late enough as it is. I'm going to work, and I expect to see you here at sunset. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Your cousin hopefully exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in a characteristic creak and slam on the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you're the only human in the estate. A text from Stella. Hey Mushi, thanks for checking in. Hope you're alright, all things considered. I'm doing okay. Not great, but hanging in there. Up most of the night on cryptid forums, but no good answers yet. I'm at the library if you want to join. I have scones? So I'll be there in a bit, still waking up. I guess if I wanted to explore the house, I would say that. After last night, hell no. I'm not really feeling it. Ghost her? I would never! I'm not really into scones though. I do want to explore the house a little, but I'm worried that'll like it'll waste the time that's in the day. I'm not really crazy into scones, but we can head over. And that's that. Time to start your day. Ooh, we can investigate the garden before we head out. As your eyes wander to the garden door, you shudder. Remember the brief glimpse of something you saw from your upstairs window. Didn't my brain say that I wasn't going to explore by myself? Whatever it was, it's gone now. Alright, let's go ahead and head out. Maybe you'll head out there and investigate after you finish waking up. I think not. I'm not doing anything by myself in this place. At the very least, you don't see anything now. Investigate further? Oh god, this seems terrible. You wander further into the garden, trying to pinpoint the spot where that thing had been lurking, if indeed there had been a thing to begin with. Take it all in. The garden is peaceful, but undeniably eerie. Here, more than anywhere else, you're surrounded by the ghost of what this place used to be. A greenhouse sits in the midst of the overwhelming greenery, unreachable from years of neglect. Its glass, clouded and cracked, statues reach out from within seas of weeds as if begging to be rescued. And most strikingly, behind a pair of rusted metal gates at the very peak of the mountain, sits a graveyard. You can just make out a few of the headstones, the Scarlet names carved deep and proud into their faces. You notice what a good view someone would have of your window if they stood where you're standing right now. You crouch down, pushing aside the greenery to examine the soft earth. A boot print, a big boot print, and what looks like some kind of viscera? Your thoughts turn to the specter from the night before. You snap a quick photo just in case it comes in handy later. I guess we can text it to Stella. You send a photo to Stella. Look what I found in the garden across from my window. No way, that's Tabitha size. You head back inside, time to figure out what to do the rest of your day. Head to town. That's all we got left to do. The walk back to town is much less pleasant today than it was yesterday, when you didn't yet know that the woods were full of monsters and strange men who know your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any signs of movement, but the woods are still, at least for now. Continue down the path. The autumn-tinged mountains, sprawling for miles in every direction, now feel less like beautiful scenery and more like walls of a cage. Your phone buzzes in your pocket. Jeez, that's creepy. All the more reason to come to the library. Look who I found at library. Said she was up all night thinking about a video. Added you to a group text. Kanika sent a message to Stella. Oh, yeah. I'm only here because it's quieter in the store, or was, lol. And I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into this harbinger of doom stuff. We know what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are harbingers of doom. Sounds like they're having fun. Dang, I need those skulls. On my way. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'll be there soon. Can't wait to solve this mystery. Ditchlings aren't real. Stella, send a heart emoji. Why would I send a heart emoji? Don't reply. I guess I was just can't wait to solve this mystery. I'll just text back. Almost back to town. You make it to town in one piece. No creatures jumped out at you. No scary men blocked your path. The sight of other people is comforting, helping you forget the things you've witnessed as if they happened to someone else. Oh, hey, Mushi. We were just talking about you. I stopped by Sybil's to pick up her new tea blend, and well, you're the biggest thing to come into town since the coal mine. Folks have been absolutely buzzing about you. You went out with Stella last night, right? Did something happen out there? She barely even waved when she walked by, and Gretchen wasn't with her. They're never apart. Well, I feel like if Stella didn't say anything, then it's not really like my place to say like what happened. I don't want to say nothing though. I wish I could say like I think it's better if Stella answers. I guess I could say I'm traumatized and not ready to talk about it yet. We are pretty traumatized. I don't want to lie though. Let's go with this. What happened last night was traumatizing. I don't think I'm ready to talk about it yet. Okay, I get it. Sounds like you've been shaken up pretty bad. I'll tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. Why don't you swing by the diner if you want to decompress? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend. Maybe it'll calm you down a bit. I think you'll like today's mix. It's shaga and lemon balm. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce that. Should help ease your stress and tension. And if you feel like talking, I'll be all ears. But no pressure. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Mushi. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. I see you're a private person. I can respect that. It's not that I'm a private person. I just feel like if Stella didn't talk about her own dog dying, it's not really my place to didn't be like, oh yeah, I was out in the woods with Stella and then her dog died. Like, if she didn't tell you, why would I tell you? You never know how someone might respond to hearing the truth of what you encountered last night. I better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. I know you can sense what I sense here. How are you so calm? Let me go with that. Don't mistake my calm demeanor for complacency. We all have our parts to play in this. I trust that you and Stella have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things I need tending to. Stay safe, Mushi, and God bless. Oh, that's so ominous. You probably have a bit of time before you need it at the library. Swing by the diner, swing by the general store, head straight to the library. I'm pretty sure if I pick swing by the general store, I can't go to the diner. And we were and Avery had invited us to get like tea, right? Or something. Should we go by the diner or I kind of just want to head straight to the library, TBH. I'm the worst explorer. Let's just go to the library. You enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has a foyer. That's how you say that, right? What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. Oh, hey, you made it. I settled in with Stella and Kanika. Such Stella and point all the books before heading over. Shh, no talking in the library. Now let's go over. You head over to Stella and Kanika's table and settled in. You made it. Glad you could join us. Morning, Mushi. You look tired. He had to stay in the easiest place to get a good night's sleep. It was hard to fall asleep last night, all things considered. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's dramatic. I'm pretty amped up, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Kanika, you can't just tell someone they look tired. No, I'll say this. Yeah, it stays in the easiest place to get a good 8 hours. I never realized houses could get so windy. I can only imagine. That place was already falling apart the last time I was there, and it's been years. I can't believe it hasn't been condemned. Not that there's anyone here to do the condemning. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Oh, before I forget, we've got to talk about that photo you sent me this morning. Oh, you actually found that interesting? I was just like, sure, she might want to see it, whatever. Kanika, check this out. Mushi found it in Tabby's garden this morning, right in line of sight of her room. What in the world is that liquid around it? It looks like pus. Ugh, I hate pus. Do you think it's Wayne that those boots are too big to be Tabitha's? I can't say I'm thrilled at the thought of someone watching my room. I don't know if there's a connection, but it felt worth bringing up. I don't know if there's a connection to what happened in the woods, but it felt worth texting Stella about it. These both say the same thing. I'll just say this. Do you think it could be that creep we saw outside of the general store last night? He knew your name and those boot prints match up with the mining get-up. Whoa, apparently I missed a lot last night, huh? You're not talking about Wayne, are you? That guy keeps coming to my mom's tea room. I think there's something really wrong with him. Yeah, we are. I wonder if there's any connection between him and what happened in the woods last night. Like what? I mean, I don't have anything specific, but we do have that whole prophecy of impending doom angle to explore, and this photo is weird. I can't stop thinking about those spiders on the ground. If this whoever left those prints is sick, maybe it's from the creatures you encountered. Hey there, strangers! And literal stranger. I am done offering those freaking boiled peanuts. Hey, I'm Mushi, Tabitha's cousin. I'm in town for a funeral. Oh, I should have known you were a Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But that Scarlet resemblance, it's strong. I'm Oscar Gutierrez, chief librarian and only librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built his library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple shelves of boring books donated by old people. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she didn't come home last night and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. What's the old Maxwell place? It's this great old abandoned spot. We used to hang out there when we were teens. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese. I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. I don't like that teen and all the jurisdictions, you know what? I'm sure she's fine. Yeah. I should say this, but I don't want to seem like a helicopter parent, so I'm just gonna be like, I don't want to say she's fine either. Maybe I'll say nothing. You say nothing and let the others talk. You might not want to let her run off like that anymore, though. It's not as safe as it usually is around here. Is that so? Kanika's right. There's some weird stuff going on out in the woods. That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of creatures called ditchlings? They're a type of cryptid that shows up around places on the brink of disaster. They kind of look like if the Pillsbury Doughboy was a creepypasta. Kanika's mom told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchlings? Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go nab some more books. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on in those woods. If I were you, I would keep my loved ones close in the coming days. Yes. I wish I had said that in a creepy voice.
If I were you, I would keep my loved ones close in the coming days.
That doesn't sound very creepy. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Don't mind Mushi. She's been hanging out with Stella too much. I am a mystic. Okay, my advice comes from my mystical being. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. And Mushi, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? Oscar aimlessly wanders off, phone in hand. Got him. Just got the whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. All right. Got our snacks, got our source documents. Let's get this research party started. This is going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. I've been doing most of my research online. You never know what kind of weird biases the folks writing these books might have. People on the internet? Yeah, exactly. Whatever you find online might be biased too, you know. Which is why we cross-reference things. Yeah, you're right. It's good to cast a wide net. Guess the books are up to me and Mushi. Reading awaits. Explore, flip through Veins of Scarlet, A History of the Scarlet Coal Mines, flip through Silas Scarlet, Soldier, Woodsman Leader, flip through Appalachian Folk Monsters. Reading is for suckers. Let Kanika and Stella do the work for you. Oh no, let's check out this one. I think that's interesting. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by his short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest two sons to that bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take charge of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making it one of the most profitable mines in the country, Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that was, until 1889, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. God. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's eldest son Theodore, who had taken over for his Asian father during the bustle of the war. His brother, Enoch V. Scarlet, managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. Okay. Let's read about the Scarlet some more, shall we? Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin built by Silas' own two hands, occupied by his family of 10, Silas, his wife Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. Okay. Flip through Appalachian Folk Monsters. A few entries catch your eye. Wampus Cat, a large cat-like creature with a loud howling voice, often said to sound like a woman crying out in pain. Tommyknockers, enigmatic cave-dwelling creatures, primarily known for causing mischief. Talipo, a small creature with a long tail and wide yellow eyes. Okay. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus Cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down and by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of the region from its evil. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wildcat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. Okay, let's do Tommyknockers. Tommyknockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are the spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. Okay. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods. That's wrong, my brain. There's this hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. "Guess that'll have to do," he said to the dog, and threw the tail in a pot to cook a soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrabbling against wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot on the covers where he'd been, and in the gloom he saw two big yellow eyes staring right at him. "I want my Telipo," a high hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. "Go away!" he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across hardwood accompanying its movements. "I want my Telipo!" the creature cried again. "I'll get my dog after you!" the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. "I want my Telipo!" Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning, all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney standing alone in the woods. "You're done here." He closed the book and put it back. "I think I'm all done. Let's check in." That Telipo one was really interesting. All right, if we're going with what Kanika's mom said, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents, like our state has a history with those. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Before he can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. "Aw, hey Pixel." "You might want to close your book. He loves to rip off any paper he can find." "Ha, don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats." Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treats. "Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him." "Why do you let a paper shredder freely wander a library?" "I think Pixel's fine." The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. "Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything." I better get back. Oh, dang. Any luck with Rosalina? Stella, what were you saying about nuclear incidents? Do you think there's a cult here? This is just exploring, right? So this won't do anything. Let's just ask. Have you had any luck with Rosalina? Ha, not yet. I knew a team would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on her usual haunts. Okay. Stella, what was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? You were talking about the Ghostboro thing, right? Yeah, apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up mid-air and dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the two bombs landed up right after its parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch which failed to trigger on the descent. And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. Right, it's conventional explosive disintegrated in the air, disintegrated, blah. But most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. I don't think disarming nuclear bombs is part of our skill set. Bombs is something else. Why would... If the bomb is somewhere else, why would there be so many ditchings here? I kind of like that one more. I don't think disarming nuclear bombs is part of our skill set. Absolutely not. And also, Ghostboro is almost 400 miles from here. I think we're good. I'm just saying, you never know with radiation. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb is going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I've missed this. Do you think there's a cult here? Why would there be a cult? I think I would sound weird saying that, so let's just do Veins of Scarlet. So about the coal mines here, Kanika visibly shudders. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevasse. What happened after the mine collapse? A union busting mine collapsed from poor working conditions, color me shocked. What happened after the mine collapse? The book just kind of glosses over that. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything. I'm sure Tabby runs the mine better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. Oh no, Tabby's fine. She's like a little... I can tell she like cares about us, but she knows she does it in her own way. Alright, you guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. Union busting mine collapse from poor working conditions, color me shocked. I don't know about that one. Let's say this one. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. He got run out of town on a rail, you know. And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it over on the far wall. He got off easy, if you ask me. Yeah, what if the ditchlings are coming from the mine? Maybe there's some sort of subterranean creatures the miners accidentally dug up. Maybe there's something down there making people sick and changing them. I mean, I don't think any of that, so let's just not elaborate on it. Wait, like the miners dug them up or something? Not gonna lie, at this point, I believe that. It certainly ticked off a bunch of cryptid boxes. The mines have been active for over 150 years. I'd be surprised if they only managed to dig something up now. You guys seem pretty serious about this, huh? There's an awful lot of mine-related stuff in my notes. Maybe that should be our next stop. We can poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you're suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Yeah, totally, 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good, let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Leeks, we're just going to question some of the miners. And if that question gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I am not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. Okay, good. And hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it. For the record, this wasn't my idea. Did we have to? Maybe Tabitha can help us out. Finally, I've been looking for to get to know Tabitha. Yeah. Maybe Tabitha can help. Ha! No, I don't think she'd be super jazzed to see any of us snooping around the mines. I can't imagine what she'd do if we actually bothered her while she's trying to run the place. She does get a little grumpy when she's at work. She gets grumpier at work. I'm pretty sure snark is that girl's baseline level of existence. Chatting over dinner might be a better way to get to know her. If you're okay eating Bot's mac and cheese, we can sneak around the mines, no problem. I'll make sure to keep my eyes peeled for her. She won't even know we were there. Look at us going out on a caper together. I missed this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though, there is something missing. Reese? Oh yeah, the dude. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope, I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. That poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Mushi. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. All right, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted. I guess we're going to go meet Reese. Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies too. Shh, not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. You can practically feel her simmering irritation watching over you. Yeah, I said it right. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We're wondering if it'd be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten a chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Mushi would get along super well too. Hi, I'm Mushi, Vivian's kid. So if Reese is that sick, we should be dragging him along on adventures. Yeah, nothing strenuous here at all. I guess I'll play along. I'm just gonna stand around and look at trees. Dr. Kelly looks you up and down. Trees, huh? I'm a terrible liar, jeez. Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you too. She sighs again, as if deciding whether to finish her thought. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirits to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Mushi. That would be great. I can bring a side dish, maybe deviled eggs. Does he still eat those? No, eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. Okay, no dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. Well, she's a bummer, a letdown, a party pooper. God, that woman makes me so nervous. Are you okay, Stella? I'm fine. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without a van. Cool, I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take too long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Mushi. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me. Why not just drive up with Kanika? Yeah, why? Why would you walk? Aren't the mines a bit of a ways off? Don't worry about it, Mushi. There's a lot of junk in the back of my van. It gets a little tight with more than 2 people. That's weird. Why is Stella... Maybe we should walk with her and find out she's really okay. Into the woods again. No, wait! Now I feel like I made a mistake. Why is she going into the woods? I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but get the feeling that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with me. I hope I haven't seemed too cold about everything that happened last night. The truth is that I'm barely keeping myself together. I just don't know how to let it out. I can't stop thinking what happened to Gretchen was my fault. If only I had gotten her a better harness. If only I didn't take her into the woods. If only we left while we still had a chance. She was my best friend and now she's gone. And all that's left is just me in that empty house. Thanks for making things easier last night. No, it was my fault. I was the one that let Gretchen go. Please let me say it was my fault. I don't know why I feel so comfortable talking to you about this when I can barely even mention what happened around other people. Can I say it was my fault? I don't know how, but if you didn't hesitate last night, we all might have gotten out of there. Ooh, that's terrible. We're not saying that. You're so cool to collect the library. What happened? What happened? Happened. We can move forward together. Toughen up. I can't have you following apart with me this week. Of course it's not your fault. Can I say it's my fault? Yes, there it is. It's my fault. It's my fault. I was getting some horrible vibes out there. If only I'd pushed harder to get us to leave. I don't think I was ever going to listen to you. I was too wrapped up in the hunt. But thanks. I appreciate the effort to make me feel better. No, seriously. Like, if I had just chose to stop Gretchen, I would have saved Gretchen. It's the thing that's killing me. We could probably steal the blame on this from each other all day. Maybe it's best to just agree what happened and that it wasn't anybody's fault. I really appreciate the talk. I can't imagine going through this alone. Oh God. The conversation comes to a dramatic halt, both of you rolling around to face the source of the sound. It's a bird? Phew, it's just a bird. Guess we're both a little on edge, huh? Let's hurry to the mine. It shouldn't be much farther. Kanika casually leans against her van just as you and Stella emerge from the woods. Hey. Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was great. I mean, not that you're missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? I guess we should just go talk to people. I guess so. I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. If Stella's on lookout duty, only one of us is going in. What's the third person doing? I take it the one of us you're talking about is me. I'll just go with that one. I take it the one of us you're talking about. Tabitha and I aren't exactly friends, and pretty much all of the miners shop at the general store. I don't want to make folks uncomfortable, you know? It's probably for the best, Mushi. If Stella's on lookout duty, only one of us is going in. What's the third person doing? You know those cheesy rom-coms where one person wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance rig in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. I'm not interested in sneaking around. I'm going to go find my cousin. Talking to people scares me. You should do it, Kanika. Talking to people scares me too. You should suck it up, Kanika. Fine, I'll go. You're good, Kanika. I've got this. You'll do great. Here's those earbuds I mentioned earlier. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up or Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Aw, thanks. I've missed this too. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey, can you hear us? Try saying something. Something. Stella and Kanika chuckle on the other end of the line. Alright, cool. Nothing to do now but enter the worksite. Enter. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow Mine. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the oh, I already read that. Guys, I'm in. Alright, Morpheus, good to know. I don't understand that reference, but I find it hilarious. Go straight to the main office to find your cousin. I'm going to go find Tabitha immediately. You approach the nearest group of miners, a blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and a long-haired man. The uniforms identify them as Harrison, David, and Zax. You got a reason to be bothering us? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. See anything weird lately? Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? So, what do you think of Tabitha? Y'all should get out of town. Should I say? Like, hi, hey there, I'm Tabitha's cousin. The miner straightened up, suddenly very serious. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought you were maybe one of them environmentalists or... Yeah, sorry for any trouble. How can we help? Oh, so y'all gonna treat me any kind of way till you knew who I was, huh? See anything weird lately? Nope, nothing at all. You make sure to tell your cousin that, okay? Maybe letting him know you're related to Tabitha wasn't a good idea. Yeah. Dang, I shouldn't have done that. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Missed that dude. Why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Good question. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, well, I guess he ain't, and he hasn't even skipped town, huh? A pretty unexpected turn of events, if you ask me. What a relief. Thought something awful had happened to the poor guy. Press. What'd you think happened to him? What do you think you are, some sort of cop? Just tell me what happened. Fuck off. Hey, Zax, come on, man. No, I've been here decades longer than you, and I know bait when I see it. Let's get out of here. I was just about to start anyways. Sorry. The miners pack up their bags and leave. Wow, he was rude. Maybe just me, but they seem to think Wayne was dead, right? It wasn't just you. Don't worry about the miners storming off like that. That's some pretty good info. Approach another group of miners. Okay, so don't say I'm Tabitha's cousin. Before you can reach the miners, you're struck by an intense feeling. You recognize the hollow terror as the same thing you felt last night when you set eyes on that awful man in the miner's jacket. You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. What are you? Flesh and blood, much like yourself. You don't have to be afraid of me. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in a path of danger. This is all I ask. Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Mushi, are you still there? We've just been getting static from you. Wayne got to jump on me. Whoa, I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? Whatever he is, I don't think he's human. I hate to say it, but between the way those miners talked about him and how the call went to static, what if he's a ghost? Like, actually a ghost. You hate to say it. Stella, I don't think anything would make you happier than Wayne being a ghost. Also, ghosts aren't real. Hey now, just because I want ghosts to be real doesn't mean I want this ghost harassing Mushi. Let's see, he told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week, that I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. I need to talk to Tabitha about this. I'm getting out of here. This just means we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Whoa, so brave. Heck yeah, Mushi, we've got your back. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna find Tabitha first. She deserves to know what's going on. That's a good way to get kicked out. Hey there, can we help you with something? Do any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? He's been following me. I saw him just now. I heard he went missing. Okay. I think based on what we know, we don't want to say the first two things. I think we just want to learn about what happened to him at this point, so I'll say I heard he went missing. Dead, more like. No, come on, man, there's no way. How could he just die? I don't know. Why don't you ask his girlfriend? Yikes, do you think? No, no way. Just saying, he wasn't exactly the first fellow to fall for her, charms. Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jilted ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. Dang, who are they talking about? I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. What do you guys think of Tabitha? Now, why would you go and ask a question like that? Are you trying to insinuate something? Horrible woman. Now, fellas, let's not go besmirching the fine, gentle lady. If Smith is right, she's got a lot to answer for. All right, fellas, I think we better cool it and get back to work before any of us say something we regret. You're probably right. Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a heads up if Tabitha comes out. I feel like I'm really pushing my luck if I go to that last group of miners, but I really get the feeling that Sam or Wayne, whichever one you want to call him, was dating Tabitha, and I don't think I'm going to get that confirmation unless I talk to the last group of miners. So, let's take the risk. I want to try and talk to one last group of miners. Brave, good luck. I'm a nosy Nancy. Going around asking questions, huh? You don't look like you're from the inspector's office. What can you tell me about Sam Wayne? Ho ho ho, he got himself into trouble, didn't he? Why, he seen him around? What's that young buck up to? I've heard from some other folks in camp that he had a nasty spat with an ex. You mean the boss? As far as I know, that never ended. Stella audibly gasped. Yeah, I figured he'd just run off to live in that big mansion with his belle. The thought of a strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my god, gross! As if you wouldn't follow your needs if a woman of means showed a slight bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. But I suppose this begs the question, did she run him off, or did some jealous son of a bitch oust him? Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Wait, talking about Pearl Ann. Tabitha? Yep. Dang, I figured that's what they were getting at, but it's weird to hear it out loud. You good, Stella? Yeah, I just had no idea. Have you noticed anything strange around here lately? All kinds of weird stuff happens in these hills. What sort of weird do you mean? Weird animal sightings? I saw a raccoon with a big old tumor last week. Spooked me something awful. That's nature for you. Not always pretty. Leave this place. It's not safe. I'll leave it at that. Any noises from the woods? All the time. Howling, screaming, all sorts of fiendish caterwauling. Probably just screech owls and bobcats, Shiroku. Might be, might not be, but I heard something the other night that sent the fear of God shivering down my spine, I tell you. Oh God. I don't want to say it's a ditchling because I feel like that'll scare them off. Knocking in the mines? You asking us if we heard the Tommy knockers? Of course we have. We're old timers. All of who was here before the machine got brought in know the Tommy knockers. What a nuisance. Always stealing my hammers. It's true, had a pickaxe stolen too. And when you heard knocking come from one of the old tunnels, it was enough to make a man pray. Looks like I figured out what to do for my next video. You better not be thinking of going into those old mine shafts alone. I could always use a partner in crime. I'm gonna wind up down there with you, aren't I? People getting sick. I mean, some of the older miners, sure, but I wouldn't call that unusual. That's all on that front. Sure. What do you think of Tabitha? The two men uncomfortably shift for a moment. Not the kindliest woman I ever met. She runs the place all right. Tell that to all the boys she's been laying off lately. Keep going around saying that and see how long till you're one of them boys. All I have to say is a mine that's doing well doesn't go around laying off his workers for no reason. And I'm not so sure any of us are gonna have jobs in a few years. Tate, you're a damn fool. You're gonna be next if you keep up that kind of talk. Mushi, I think we've got a problem. Ah! Jesus, why did you do that? What the hell? What are you doing here? Ah, crap. Good luck. Sorry, Mushi. And that's our cue. Pardon us. You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous. Why can't you just stay in the estate and stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? And what is that ridiculous thing doing in your ears? Are you trying to record my employees? Are you trying to record me? Tabitha snatches the earbuds out of your ears and throws them to the ground. Typical phone-addicted city dweller. Ugh. God. And I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I can't even drive you back. Okay, look, I don't want you wandering anywhere else. Just stay here for an hour. I can take you back to the estate as soon as my meeting wraps up. Can you please do that for me? Oh, you're one to talk. You've got a lot of explaining to do. I need you to take what's going on right now seriously. I need you to take me seriously. I just want to spend time with my favorite cousin, Stella Kanika. Just throw him under the bus. I gotta say, put this time. Sorry, I'm sorry, Tabitha. Well, she said she has to go in 5 minutes. Yeah, why is she being so mean to us? If you apologize, she'll just be like, be sorry on your own time or something like that. Should we confront her? She didn't lie about Wayne. I don't know. I want to click all of these. You've got a lot of explaining to do. Well, she doesn't really. Let's just confront that she lied. So you lied about Wayne last night. Not only did you know him, but according to some of these people, you were seeing him. What? That's ridiculous. These people come up with all kinds of rumors when they're bored. I wouldn't believe a word they say. As if I even have the time to date. To think I'd be dating one of my employees of all people? I am incredibly strict about my boundaries. Who said that? I want names. No, what? No, Tabitha. I'm not telling you. Lies beget more lies. Last night you said you didn't know him. Now you're calling him an employee? Which is it? I don't want to push her. I don't want, because she'll just fire him if I tell her, right? I don't want to get them in trouble. He's been following me. Why? How should I know? I don't know what these people told you, but I'm sure it's all bullshit. I don't involve myself with their lives. You think a bunch of miners on break are going to be honest with to a random stranger that wanders into their camp? You're more naive than I thought. I need to get to my meeting. Just stay here until I come get you and do not move a muscle. Oh, and if you don't want to be followed by some weirdo, just stay home. Tabitha rushes off to her meeting. You stoop to the ground and pick up Kanika's earbuds. Sorry I wasn't able to give you a better warning. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Wait, she told me not to move. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? Clearly, she's doing a delinquency. Yeah, I'm going after her. Good idea. We'll try and catch up with you. Oh, wait, dang it, I'm supposed to be still. What about Stella? I'm not Stella. Tabitha. She's gonna be so mad at me. I did not date an employee. Give me their names. Who told you that? I'm gonna fire them right now. You know, can you imagine? I would feel so bad if I told her their names and then like the next day she was just like, yeah, I fired them. They shouldn't have been talking about me. You know she was gonna fire them. You rush over the hill and get your bearings, the sound of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point toward a nearby mine. Something about the mine feels wrong, as though a cold anger lies burning inside, sucking the life from the surrounding hills. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me to an abandoned coal mine. Hey, remember all those bad feelings I got last night? This place feels straight up cursed. Yeah, let's just warn. I mean, like Kanika said, a lot of people died down there. There's probably a lot of spooky history to this place. For all we know, maybe all that death left some kind of mark down there. Okay, just because a bunch of people died in there, it doesn't mean it's cursed. Come on, I'm not going to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Even if I means I have to go underground. Whoa, you sure, Neeks? Mushi and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I hate the thought of other people getting trapped down there even more. Oops, sorry, excuse me. Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. Oh, I feel like that would be a good, like, backup. Yeah, I'll just call you. Pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. Hang up on her. A kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Whatever. I'll head her as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you listen. Oh, I will happily wait. I do not want to go in there. No need to get snarky. I'll wait. No need to get snarky. I'll wait. I called you as a courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. That sounds so mean. Oh, but if I lie to her, why do I keep putting myself in these situations? I called you as a courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. Oh no, I'll just lie. No need to get snarky, I'll wait. Good. Tabitha hangs up on you. Follow Kanika and Stella into the mine. I feel so bad. She's gonna hate me. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends to the mine. Tabitha will understand. Maybe. Guys, I'm like the worst decision maker. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expect. The air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Hey, you made it. I told you she would. I'll be honest. I just wanted to make a quick call and give Tabitha the 411. Are you kidding me? I don't know how long it's gonna take for this to get through to you, Mushi, but that woman is not to be trusted. Well, what matters is that the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. Press on. I don't think Tabitha's that bad. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be. And this one's real bad. You know, because of the child miners? Or should I say, the minor miners? Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead child laborers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage, part of my ghost haunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually hunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Oh my god, what was that? The mine's gonna collapse. We're gonna die in here, aren't we? Stella shies longingly. That's just how wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memories of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. Oh my god, there are bats down here? I'm gonna get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. You holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by thunder is not echoing from deeper in the mine. Okay, what was that? That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? That was a warning. We best move swiftly before we angered the spirits in this place. Y'all, I'm gonna be a mystical mystic. Whoa, you don't think it's tummy knockers, do you? Okay, no, tummy knockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I let this spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. The three of you interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't tummy knockers. It came from this way. Follow me. It can't follow Stella. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. Ah, a bunch of kids. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turns and stares at you with annoyance. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing in here? You creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What are you, 5? We're here to make sure you don't hurt yourself. Your dad's looking for you, Rosalina. Yeah, these teens are being rude. Are teens usually this rude? Your dad's looking for you, Rosalina. And who the hell are you, exactly? That's Mushi, Tabby's cousin. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca, it is messed up. I don't even tell me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break, and we're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Well, you still like a bunch of kids to me. Did you guys seriously sneak into an abandoned coal mine to drink canned margaritas? Ugh, we're barely drinking. It's not a big deal. Rosalina, you're 13, and I know the rest of you aren't much older. Whoa, y'all are way rowdier than I ever was at your age. How did you even get a hold of that much booze? Most of the teens avoid eye contact. The quiet one in the back tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh no, I know this isn't you, Miles. It better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays, and Mom's there, so it's fine. I start uncomfortably around the cabin as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. It is, in fact, incredibly irresponsible. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from a family store to dick around in an abandoned mine? That's dead, Kanika. But if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Nothing ever happens in this town. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere nobody's supposed to bother us? If this is why it was like, maybe the dishes were kind of inevitable. Wow, these teenagers are jerks. I say we be jerks back. What can I say that's like jerky? If this is what y'all do for fun around here, maybe the dishes are kind of inevitable. I say we back Kanika up. You're down here drinking with kids as young as 13. That's messed up. Whatever. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. Yeah, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. We're perfectly capable of taking care of ourselves. We don't need a bunch of sad 20-somethings telling us where we can be or what we can do. Sad 20-somethings? Hey, I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. Anyway, my dad is actually a foreman at a continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this area because there wasn't enough coal left, not because it was dangerous or anything. So we can hang out here anytime we want. Uh-oh. Oh my god, Tabitha, no! No, she's going to fire him. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. What? Oh shit. Oh hey, Tabby, Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Aw, come on, this place was way sturdy. Check it out. Yeah. The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps her strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. No, none taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun again before I die. Come on you guys, maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous stuff all the time, and I still do dangerous stuff now. I mean, I don't like this particular situation with the whole dishling thing, but outside of that, who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my right to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my right to tell you to leave. Well, was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha, tear her to shreds. Tabitha shoots Becca a furious glare. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. You've been living in a library for the past couple weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're gonna do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore. Is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can like say that about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up. He says it's haunted. I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There is no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. There's nothing wrong with being a kid. You're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not mature. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? I'm sure Oscar is doing this to protect you. You're right. Oscar should treat you more like an adult. How do you know there isn't a ghost? At this rate, I'd be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. yeah, at this rate I would. Look at Tabitha's smile. Honestly, I might rate it more with that 4th option. I've seen some real bad things in this town. Even if it isn't a ghost, it doesn't mean Oscar is lying to you. Why are all the adults in this town such weirdos? There is no ghost. There is no such thing as ghosts. Oscar is just lying. I never saw any ghosts, and I was there way more than he was. Yeah, what if we break in and ghost bust the place anyways, just to be sure? Oh my god, Zane, you can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real, and if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my place until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets anyone a many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. But this is our chance to get an actual solid lead. The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby, you can come along too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Are you kidding me? Tagging along with some olds to get jump scared by shadows and freak each other out? No thanks. No need to opt out of something that isn't happening. Nobody's going deeper into the mine. Nobody's staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Oh my god, the teens were right. I did get jump scared. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Keen eye hears something over the sound of Stella pleading with Kanika and Tabitha. Something like the shuffling of feet on stone and a whispering of mischievous teens. Oh, it's just other teenagers, isn't it? You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. Stop arguing the knuckleheads. The teens are slipping away. Wait, what? Rosalina, don't go in there. Becca and Alexis, stop trying to get us all killed. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna hang back. I knew you weren't cool enough to hang with us, Rosalina. Come on, Alexis. We'll have more fun without her. Oh, alright. Are you kidding me? Rosalina, what were you thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Unbelievable. Oh, wait. That was Tabitha. Unbelievable. Wow. Kanika, maybe you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever. You would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and like, I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. They must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Yeah. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here are wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess. But no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. Becca shouts back from the other end of the tunnel. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Stop treating us like kids. Also, sorry, Rosalina, I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. Come on, Alexis. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If these idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Hey, if I owned the mine and children kept sneaking into them and their families could sue me, that would be my priority too. Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Mushi. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure, I can never fit in that tunnel anyways. There you have crossed the barrier, I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. What about you, girl? Oh, Rosalina, I thought you were talking about Kanika for a moment. Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave. Don't make me ask you twice. They'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad would kill me if we let you stay down here any longer. Okay, can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together. No, you're not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Ah, come on, Tabby. I've been out here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. Look at her puppy dog eyes. There's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. Do I have to come with you? So no, Tabitha, don't push Stella away like that. She hasn't done anything to deserve it. Yeah. Not you two. I said she could tag along, didn't I? What's the big deal? Image Stella chuckle not found. Oh, it's alright, Mushi. Tabitha's just a bit of a Kermergarten. Why does Tabitha blush? Not Tabitha, Stella. The Stella and Tabitha date or something? No, Tabitha said she doesn't have time to date, but that was before she ran the mines, right? And I said they used to be friends, so what happened? There's no way around it. I can feel the depths call out to us and we are destined to answer their call. I don't even know what that means. I do like being mystical, but sometimes I think it's just weird. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's do this. Sure. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Tell Alexis I'm sorry. I wouldn't try to apologize to Alexis. Kanika, Miles, Zane, and Rosalina head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you. Tabitha and Stella to find the remaining teens. All right, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures deeper into the mine. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was like really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Aw, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. Hey, I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. I like that River Runner video. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of a YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? Okay, sorry. That touched me for a moment. Also, did you see that little smirk Tabitha gave when it said that Stella wasn't cool? Why is Tabitha so bent on being mean to Stella? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. How does it feel to have a 10-year-old think you're cool, Tabitha? Let's see what Tabitha says. Tabitha didn't say, I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know, you kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Aw, that was nice. Thanks, Stella Meat Rice. That's a big deal. They're on like every podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I just wish Becca hadn't said all of those things she said tonight. She's just mean. It had nothing to do with you. For a pill figure, I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin. You don't like her. Yeah, I do feel like she's just mean. You've seen how she's treated everyone tonight, except Tabitha. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. I can't even count the number of times you've rolled over my protestations in the past 2 days. Well, I know you don't mean it. Agree to disagree. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. Just press on. You quietly press on. I have no interest in... I don't think there's anything interesting about, like, wanting people to gossip about me either. So I'm just like, it's whatever. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexa, it's just mind sounds. Did you see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. Becca, I swear I saw something. Shut up, there's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Are we sure that tunnel they went through is going to meet back up with us? Yes, I'm familiar with all of the old maps of this place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here where everything joins back up. What did they see? What if they're the ones doing the knocking? What if this is all just a terrible prank? And we as gullible victims. No way, you heard how loud that is. No, there's no way they're doing it. It's Tommy knockers, I'm sure of it. It's not Tommy knockers. That being said, it's also definitely not a prank. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deeper in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. Those poor kids, I knew coming down here was a bad idea. I can't believe they're making us do this. They better get grounded when they're all said, when this is all said and done. You know, honestly, yeah. As much as I appreciate the sentiment, I hope you're wrong. If they get grounded, it means people found out about this. I hate dealing with parents. Look on the bright side, Mushi. If they didn't come down here, we'd have missed out on a golden opportunity to get spooked. Tabitha glares at Stella. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. Oh, as you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the youths, their panic arguing echoing down the pitch-black corridors. The pit radiates rage, a white-hot anger. It calls to you, desperate to be witnessed, pulling you forward. Becca, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore. This is plenty fun. I bet you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that dorky crush of yours. She's just an 8th grader. Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear that knocking. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below, and it sounds like they're still down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha walks up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. All right, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow them down to the pit. You walk to the ladder and climb down. Oh god. Hey kids. Oh great, the adults are here. Thanks, Alexis, real nice. Becca is needing to feel like you're better than other people, so important to you that it's worth being buried alive over. Do you have an actual death wish? Because I see this place starting to take a last. Becca, what are you doing? Alexis, you're so much braver than you think you are. You don't need to let Becca kick you around. Yeah, exactly. Like, stop it. Excuse you? No, excuse you, Becca. I don't want to be down here. I don't want to hang out with you. I just want to leave, and I'm going to do that right now. Whatever. This isn't fun anymore. Fine, we'll leave. Then do it. Leave now. Whoa, good job. Thanks. As Becca and Alexis move towards the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus. The voices around you, those are the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest like the deep growl of a predator. You find yourself stepping towards the black chamber before you, compelled by some unnatural force. Hey, are you alright, Mushi? What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. You said we wouldn't use this shipment. You know it's compromised. We couldn't afford to wait on new wood, Charles. We had to go ahead with it. It's still sturdy enough, it'll get the job done. Mushi, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. Ugh. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, then I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. Don't die on me, alright? You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. Oh God, why are you jump scaring me? You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. You can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling as if they were being struck by invisible blows with each knock. They're all that stand between you and many tons of rock over your head, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Let's see, both of us were shown the dark truth of this place. The sins that were committed, the deaths that followed. There's got to be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We probably just hallucinated. The same thing? How can you be sure? Look, this kind of thing happens in mines sometimes, especially when there's bad ventilation. Stop being weird, we're leaving. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rockfall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up that ladder. Climb like hell. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with some kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who's spent her entire life working in and around coal mines. Follow her. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways as the mine. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. Push through. And there it is. Freedom. Jesus Christ! You and Tabitha managed to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit, you're okay, thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. What did you just say to me? I said you just shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did. And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just a cherry on top of this whole shit show over friendship. I'm really not in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? No, enough. No playing a victim this time. Being friends with Alita has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It was your idea and we could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't showed up, we could have been buried alive in that stupid little tunnel drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can. Screw all of you. Should we go after her? No, let her have her little tantrum. Did that feel good, Alexis? Finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. She's gonna be so mad at me. She probably won't talk to me for like a week, maybe a month, maybe the rest of my life. It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? Now I drive you two home. I've already texted your parents, and I'm sure they're worried sick about you. Rosaline and Alexis duck off to the side as an exhausted Tabitha approaches your group. I'm gonna get my car, and then we're going home. Tabby! Tabitha leads toward the active mind without another word, and you're afforded a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanika. We sure dodged the bullets tonight, didn't we? Yeah, thank God you noticed him sneaking off. You were incredible down in the pit, too. I can't believe you left me down there. I was kind of surprised at that, too, to be honest. I don't think it's fair, though. Ditchling's revision? There is a stone carving on the wall of that pit that showed me what happened to this place. Charles Shaw was set up. I saw what happened to this place. The Scarlet's caused the old collapse. Charlotte Shaw was shut up. No way, dude was a monster. I mean, the Scarlets were monsters too. They still are. What am I saying? I don't believe in visions. Whatever you saw was probably just auto-suggestion. I don't know, Nix. You weren't down there. Misha and Tabitha had like simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. Yeah, why did you leave me? I lay off her. What was she supposed to have done? Dragged your unconscious body up that rickety old ladder? No, Kanika, it's okay. I'm sorry. You don't know what it was like seeing you like that. I was scared. Hey, at least you're alive, right? You left me! I could have died! I saw something down there like the shadows of dead miners. I'm pretty sure Tabitha and I saw some ghosts down there. Did you not see them? Everything that happened down there is centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. I'll say this. So ghost hunt, did you not see them? They were right behind Stella just before you all left. Whoa, I didn't see anything other than you and that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might have just been prying to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. But if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Stella, everything that happened down there centered around that main carving where I saw that, or centered around that main chamber where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Yeah, really weird. Let's see. Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? Depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure of anything? They fit the description pretty well. And I don't know what else they'd be. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mind collapses, I guess. So, ditchlings? Something's telling me that this wasn't the only, this was only the beginning of our ditchling problem. I want to see we averted whatever disaster they're here for, but I think I have to agree. Nobody even got hurt tonight. I can't imagine how bad things might actually get. This is all a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern, right? What happens now? It looks like Tabitha's back. I better drive these kids home. Come on, let's get back to the estate. It's been a long day and I need it to be over. I'll see you tomorrow, okay, Mushi? Excuse me? Just stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. I'll take you when we're back. I don't think I make it. Tabitha is so mad at me. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding smoothness as she drives, worried what may lurk beyond the tree line. I'm doing terrible, by the way, in case you want to know. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? I'll apologize. Sorry about today. It's fine. How are you holding up? I've been better. She's not very conversational. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. Huh, she's being more open, actually. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. Is there some kind of history there, or... No. Now quit talking. I need to focus on the road. At least everyone's okay. There are a lot of parents who should have kept tighter reins on their kids. I never got us any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but that strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? You can tell me stuff I need to know more about you. And about Pearl Ann for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I like that. Are we bonding? Oh, she doesn't hate me. You're right. There are a lot of adults who should have done a better job tonight. I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be hard to keep an eye on teenagers. They pretty much kind of do what they want to do. They're like over dramatic for no reason all the time. I'll just remain silent. I've got to focus on the road. Okay. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha slink back into silence. There is one more thing I could explore, but I didn't want to be snarky with her. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, but at least nobody got hurt. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You could have... No, you should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. Oh no, Tabitha! I wanted to wait, but everybody else was leaving. I didn't want to... I guess if I had waited, we would have all went in there together, but... Oh no. I'm sorry, Tabitha. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs. You head up to your room to turn in. Aww. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the shaman, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of additions by the side of the road. I saw them again too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them than being here. I guess there's more to them being here than a mind collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point, you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your lips feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare down with dread at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella. She was scared. Look at that tear in her eye. Oh, I feel bad. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Oh, it's a cat. Just a cat. It's always just a cat. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease and you finally slip into a deep sleep. I thought I was about to get jump scared. Oh, the cat's gone? Is that Tabitha's room? Wait, why did Tabitha look sad? I thought she was going to sleep. Oh, the knocking. It's happening at the house now? This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 is currently slated for late 2021, early 2022. Be sure to update you once you have a firmer release date. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 3, please save your game now. Oh crap. Uh-oh. I hope I saved in time. Oh crap. Oh, I hope I saved. I clicked off the page. Oh god. Okay, hang on. Let me try loading it really quickly. Oh god, I think I messed up, guys. Oh, I think I messed up. It's okay. The great thing about being a YouTuber and recording all this stuff is that if I mess up something like that, I literally just have to play this video, go back and click all of the choices that I clicked per video, and I'll have another save state. But we'll have to wait to see if I messed that up when it comes out in late 2021. These are so good. Usually I like to keep these at an hour because reading these things are really tough on my voice, but This was so good. I just had to keep going. I'm still really sad that Gresham died, and I feel really bad that I got on to Stella about her leaving me, because like looking back at the picture and seeing that tear in her eye, it was really obvious that she was pretty scared. I'm so happy that Tabitha actually kind of likes us now, although she did say that she was upset that I didn't like wait for her, but I called her and that was good. I'm not sure why Kanika doesn't like Tabitha, but I'm pretty sure we can trust Tabitha. Like, she obviously cares about us like way more than what she lets on, so I'm pretty trusting of her. I'm so excited to see where this goes, and I'm so happy that so far my choices don't seem to be too terrible. I do hate that I missed out on that thing with Avery, but you know, maybe we'll get to know him some more in the next, or I think know Dim. I think that was the character that was non-binary, although I don't remember because I haven't rewatched my Scarlet Hollow episode, and I haven't played Scarlet Hollow like the first one in a while. But that's it for this video. I'm really excited to see where the rest of this goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, drop a like on it and leave a comment or respond to anything you guys put down there. Please subscribe. It lets me know that you're interested, and when you ring that bell, it lets you know when I upload new stuff. Moochie Gamer, signing out.